So what do you think of this episode of Zenkaigers? Episode 12? Yeah, my thoughts on it? It's actually pretty good. I did enjoy this week's episode, yeah. It was just so entertaining. All the slow-mo and all. So you know what, yeah? Without further ado, just roll the intro, yeah. Welcome to Tokusatsu, and I'm your host, Kamen On this channel, I'll be talking all about, Kamen Rider, Zenkaigers, Super Sentai Ultraman, and all the other Tokusatsu stuff, And if you like this video, please remember to hit the like button. And if you want to see more of this, scratch the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, so you won't miss the next video. And also, if you want to see me do live 3D stuff, animations now, remember head over to my Katete channel. Yes, yeah. Alright, and without further ado, let's dive right into this week's discussions. Okay, so this week I actually really like how Zenkaigers start off where they're just showing like Juran and Maji's like daily life, like what they do on a daily sort of stuff. Yeah, and it's really nice, like interacting with kids, and the kids go, "Oh, I like Zenkaigers and all," and it's just a really nice touch, and it really shows like how the characters are in their daily life. It shows a lot more in like their behavior, their personality, they're all about, and it's just something that I really appreciate. And I know this is all like kids show and all, but just this subtle character building is just so good. It's just so down to earth about it, yeah. And yes, I really love like they have some heart-to-heart talk when they're at the corner. I mean, it's not like a very serious talk like, oh, I just had a breakup with my girlfriend, dun, dun, dun. That sort of stuff, yeah. But it's just really heart-to-heart talk. Hey, you shouldn't be behaving so reckless. You should not be so forceful and all. And you can see like Maji being like, oh, like careless, dropping her potatoes everywhere. I think it's potatoes and all, yeah. And this week's episode is a battle against the slow-mo world. Yes, yeah. And it's actually really interesting. I love how they actually play around with the whole slow-mo thing, like the fights and all. Yes, it revolves around this whole slow-mo concept. Like, alright, beyond this area is slow-mo, behind this is actual running normal time, yeah. And it's just so interesting, and it's just like, I love how they implement the effects. I love how they implement all the jokes, all the hilarious poses and all. It really made me chuckle quite a few times. This episode is good, yeah. And also Zox was really just so awesome. Alright, he comes in and, alright, I'm gonna save the day. And then he realized he's stuck in slow-mo. That slow realization. And it's just so amazing. It's just so, how do I put it? It's very, realistic. It doesn't feel like, okay, I just insert, hey, right now it's slow-mo. Everybody understands that. No, they actually took some time to like understand it. They actually took some time to like, go through the understanding of how it's slow-mo, how we're gonna fight it, and how we're gonna go past it. And they do use like the Turbo Rangers powers to actually speed up themselves to match up with slow-mo stuff. It's just interesting how everything comes together really nicely, and I really appreciate it. And it's really very fun to watch. Yes, yeah. And of course, I really love the fact that they're trying to tie the personality between not the personality, they're trying to tie in like the whole team dynamics between Tokusatsu and the rest of Zenkaigers. It's just really good. It's like it gives them a chance like really bond over problems, over relatable issues among both sides and all, yeah. And at least they go like, hey, we actually understand each other. We are on the common enemy. We are on a common goal. Let's work together. And it's not like they're the perfect team. They're like a perfect team combination right off the bat. It's like this slow growth of characters bonding together. I think it's really interesting and really important. And finally, the huge mecha fights. Alright, this week's mecha fight was really interesting where you actually get to see like, oh, alright, the weapons for Gawon and Juran getting destroyed, and like, no, my sword is destroyed. I mean, his tail is destroyed, and his, no, my claws are destroyed. this sort of stuff is just so interesting. Like, hey, okay, I know they're God type, but they're like, oh my god, my own body parts are destroyed. Oh no. Yeah, that's things like this. It just, you know, adds on a lot of character, a lot of like, you know, emotions to it. I mean, it's hilarious and all, but the way they react and the characterization behind it is just so amazing. Yeah. It really shines even though like it's in a serious situation and all. And yeah, that's one thing I really like about Zenkaigers so far. And of course, Stacey comes back today. Yes. In this episode, Stacey comes back with this new Stacey Mecha. I'm not too sure what's the name yet. Yeah. I should totally like, you know, go check out the name and talk about it next round. Yes, no. Alright, so overall I think it was like Caesar robots and I am not too sure. Okay, that is what I understand because I don't watch with subtitles. But anyways, this is really awesome. I love how it debuts in and it comes in a way where, hey, I'm trying to interfere the fight, and his appearance sort of like, you know, introduces like, hey, there's a lot of like office politics in the enemy side of things. It's not as plain as, oh, we all get along. This subtle introduction of him interrupting, I mean, his introduction with his mecha is not like, oh, the wildest thing or the most grand appearance. It was a lot more of, hey, you know, we have our differences, we are arguing internally, and he actually disrupts the plans and all, unintentionally as well, yeah. So it's really a very nice, you know, showing the dynamics in the enemy side, as well as the dynamics on the hero side of the things. So you actually see, like, you know, hey, both sides are actually incomplete and, like, you know, they're not the perfect team. They're not like on talking terms 100% on both sides as well, which is interesting. And I'm really looking forward to the development of the characters and the interactions between the characters, you know. Alright, and of course, the highlight of this episode is also Tokusatsu's Mecha debut. And I am super glad that, hey, Zenkaigers is getting some, you know, showtime. Yes. And the Rekka Daisanto, you know, giant sword from Zenkaigers is being used in the final attack. I really love it. This is really something I enjoy, and I really think that, yes, it really screams Zenkaigers. Yes, I really enjoy this, like, the final attack was like so cool. It's, you know, it's so reminiscent of the Zenkaigers time. It's like, I really need more of this. Yes. And this is what we need more on our, you know, in like this kind of like, I'll say celebratory seasons where it's like, oh, this is the 45th anniversary and all this paying tribute back to like the other seasons. I think they're doing it really good so far. And I'm really enjoying it, yeah. Okay, so we've come to the end of this week's discussion. Yes. Obviously, I'm very glad that, you know, Zenkaigers is getting a bit of like shout out. And I hope that he can finally come back to, you know, I hope that, you know, the past Rangers will appear. I think that's one thing that's lacking really so far, like, you know, the past cast coming back, you know. I think that would be like super interesting. And overall, I find that, yeah, I love the dynamics. I mean, even without adding in the whole anniversary thing, I think Zenkaigers is actually holding like the whole story very well together. Like, the whole story is gelling in together. You don't actually need, like, you know, it's not depending on the older seasons to keep the story moving. No, it's a very good standalone, and you don't really have to understand that the older Sentais really, you know, get the story, get the flow of things. Unlike, you know, ZO. Yeah. Alright. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so next week's episode, yes, it seems like there's gonna be returning kaijus from the previous battles, which I'm really looking forward to. I really love all these, you know, like returning episodes where the old monsters come out. It's very interesting that they're coming back in like what, episode 13? It's actually quite early for like a returning episode, but let's see what they give us. It looks interesting, and yeah, I don't know. DC looks super hilarious. I am waiting to see what I'm gonna laugh with next week. So, alright, I hope you enjoyed this week's my discussion and all. I hope you enjoyed this week's video, as well as if you like this video, please hit the like button, leave your comments about what you think about this week's episode of Zenkaigers, and remember to scratch that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you next time. Yes, I still don't have my outro music. I don't know. See you next week. See you next week. Actually, I'll see you sometime this week. I'm preparing more videos.